In August, Cindy Hansen's 11-year-old son Ezekiel has been a victim of bullying nearly a dozen times.
It's really hard for a parent, to keep watching your son get picked on like this and know that there's nothing I can do. It makes me feel like I'm not protecting my child.
Hansen says the 6th grade assistant principal has been responsive and helpful when the incidents happened, but in the last few weeks the situation escalated when another student pushed another into her son, who had enough of being bullied and finally fought back. It resulted in her son's suspension.
It's his first time to be in trouble like this. If you look at his history, you'll see it's been month after month after month of incidences. To me, it seems perfectly understandable that eventually he's going to snap and respond.
The suspension was eventually overturned, and the very next day, Hansen was called back to the school again.
In this last incident, my son got punched in the neck, and he couldn't breathe. And while he's bending over trying to catch his breath, another student slammed him over the head with a textbook. Now, that is just outrageous to me.
Hansen says this was the 3rd time her son has been assaulted inside this particular classroom while the teacher was in the room.
They're filing complaints with the police department, and so cases are being put together with the juvenile courts against these kids, but it just doesn't seem to have any effect. I've had enough. And so I pulled him out, and it's a shame because the school in question is supposed to be one of the better schools, right? Jose Rios.
Jose Rios' 6th grade assistant principal Stacy Sahagin says what happened with Hansen's son is an unfortunate situation, but she insists that instances of bullying at the PD school are not high. Sahagin says in assault cases, the police department is called and disciplinary action is taken against the suspects. Jose Rios also has assemblies each month to discuss the issue of bullying and teaches students the consequences of their actions, encouraging them to make better choices when dealing with their peers.
For me and my son, it was just too little, too late. And I just can't, in good conscience, keep sending him somewhere like that. If I have to get a 3rd job or a 4th job or a 5th job, I'm putting my boy in private school. I know that the private schools are also experiencing bullying issues, but it doesn't seem to be to the extent that it's happening in the public schools.
Hansen is hoping DOE officials take a closer look at the bullying situation and develop a Scared Straight or some other program, as she believes the current system just isn't working.
And like I said, what it does to my